Hey everyone, my name is Krista, and today I'm going to show you how I use this very helpful tool called analytics when I am using CoGrader to help me give feedback to my students. You might recognize this screen as what shows up after you import assignments from Google Classroom or from wherever you are importing assignments from. Now, once it says graded and needs review over here, a little button up here pops up called analytics. And if you click on this button, you are going to get some really incredible data and information about your class as a whole. So some of the things that come up at the very top is this class performance snapshot. So this is just kind of that bird's eye view of how is the whole entire class doing. So this overall class assessment, if you only have a minute before class starts and you need to see, okay, just really quick, what are my kids doing really well on and what do they need help with? You can pop over here and just read this and see exactly that bird's eye view. What are their strengths and what are their weaknesses? Over here, it breaks it down a little bit further so you can look more closely at their strengths, what students are doing well, as well as a little bit of data that proves to you how many students are doing well in these areas. Over here on the other side is areas for growth. So these are areas where students need some help, they need some support, they need some scaffolding. Again, it's that big picture view that sometimes can be really hard to get when you are looking at individual student assignments. Now, this is a very, very fun part. I love these bottom three because this can be the most time-consuming part of being a teacher is figuring out, okay, how can I support students? How can I push students higher? What do I do next? So right here, there's a lesson plan suggestion, and this lesson plan breaks down exactly what would follow in a logical sequence if your students turned in this assignment. Now, what is their next assignment going to be, and how is it going to build on and improve the work they did on this piece of work? Now, next is the differentiation for advanced learners. Over here is differentiation for emerging learners. So this is for your students who are struggling, and it's using the data from the assessment to say, okay, here's where they really need some extra support, and here's some mini lessons that you can provide for those students who are struggling. Down here, if you are into graphs, you can look at this section, which shows you their grade distribution, and down here is a rubric criteria breakdown. This is an interesting way to visualize it because this dot shows the average score, and the further it is out from the circle, the better the students are doing. So if it is helpful for you to look at this kind of information graphically, this is a really helpful tool where you can see, okay, the area that my students are struggling the most on my rubric is about including correct paragraph breaks. So that is how I use the analytics data in CoGrader to help me create better next steps and next lessons for my class.